I firmly believe that the first song on an album tells us what we're about to get into in a story. I like how you look when you get angry. I like how you look when you're not listening. Initially, it's catchy. I might drop to my knees. I might drop to my knees. Yeah. But it makes you start to wonder, makes you start to question. Does he love himself enough to know that he doesn't have to beg for the love that he needs? It's both a beautiful yet crushing existence to be a yearner, someone who really and truly just wants love in a world of instant gratification. To be someone unafraid of asking for love and not just asking, begging. I just, I don't really think you have to beg for love anymore. I don't believe that anymore. And at first, I said you shouldn't beg because it's embarrassing. You look bad. But as I've grown and thought more about it, I don't think you should beg because I think it's a form of self-abandonment, a disservice to yourself, to the love you're hoping to achieve, to earnest connection. I think allowing it to meet you where you are, allowing love to simply flow is a lot better now. I don't think. Now, does this mean I want to stop the men from yearning in the rain on their knees? No, I still want to hear them songs, but I have to take the earnest and honest approach and tell you that I just don't think that you, as a person, should find yourself begging for love. It's something about the pleading. It feels like it hurts a little more each time in real time. Hey, my name is Cam Hayden, and sometimes the world doesn't make sense. And when that happens, I feel the need to ask questions. In this approach, I had to ask the question of what was Dijon's absolutely about. And for me, it felt like this, like a dying relationship, a journey through it. Us watching step by step as a man finds himself at the end of love. And as somebody in a similar position, I can't help but resonate with the message more now than ever. So, without further ado, let's get back into the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, how you feel about this album. Everybody has their own interpretation. Let me give you mine. I feel like at some point, everyone ends up in a relationship where they feel like they're the more mature one. It may not be true, but genuinely inside of you, you may feel like in this moment, I was the more mature one. I was taking the more mature approaches. And sometimes, in some cases, you are. Sometimes you are the more mature one. You're always the one who's scratching at your head, asking the simple question, don't you see how all of this is? It's plain, it's right in front of you. How you not see it? And if I see it, why don't you see it? You're never asking the question that is important. If I see it, why am I not doing something about it? And if I know you can't see it, maybe I should try to help you see it. But in helping you see it, does that make sense? Does it fit for me? Should I be helping you see it? And as you try and you keep scratching your head, you keep wondering, how do you not how do you not get it? And I feel like it's honest to want to fight what's happening, want to make something different of what's happening, change the course, and hope that there is a different route, that there is a different way, that you are going to fight. Even if you feel like it's inevitable, you're going to fight this. You're going to make sure that you can get through it together. Even though at the end of it, you're still going to end up here. I got to be honest, I used to love this track a lot. But as I've grown up, I understand why my friends were sending me messages asking if I was okay. How many times will you hurt me? How many times will I let you hurt me? How many times? How many times? How how many times am I going to allow this to be the case? How many times are you going to keep doing this to me? How many times until it's too much? This is an ode to how many times you did me dirty and how many times I gave up on myself and allowed you to do me dirty until the day comes where I say no and you say no and we can't take no's back. So we have to sit with it. We have to stay with the no. We've both said no. But sometimes we backtrack because I made a mistake. I made the mistake of saying no. I made the mistake of of putting the no down so firmly because maybe if we try a little harder, you can take it back. You don't have to you don't have to you don't have to do it. Like maybe I spoke too much out of anger and maybe you don't need to comfort me. This isn't it's not right. I and maybe you can change your mind. You don't we don't have to end it like this. You can change your mind. It doesn't have to go this way. There are other routes, there are other plans. You can change your mind, please. You can change your mind. And it doesn't have to be this way. And then it ends. And when it ends, you have to sit in the ending because like we said no. So we can't go back and you're not gonna change your mind. And so we have to sit in the end, in the post, waiting, wondering. If you'll bear with me, I gotta read this one. It's very important. Hear me out. I'm not sure why, but the thing this song makes me think about the most is just a simple scene. I'm in a tailgate of my friend's truck as I'm in the tailgate of my friend's truck, as drunk as the guys around me. And I can't help but reminisce on what was, and I can't help but reminisce on what was and what could have been. Stars in the sky. I can only really keep that hurt for that moment. Stars in the sky. I can only really keep that hurt in this moment. But I just to wonder if you love me and just let me know. If you love me, let me know when you get home. You love me, let me know when you get home. Something something that you used to say. Something that you used to say. Now, this one always felt like a somber reprieve. The post and just at the end of the breakup, it's that moment where I know now that this doesn't work, and you know now that this doesn't work. Do you still take a long time to get ready? You just spend too much time on that kind of stuff. And I'm sorry that I was late. It's how I've always been. I just think that we should go out. This is, I think the chorus is the reason that I think it's still in the relationship. Those moments where you are simply just trying to see, does this still work? We should go out and dance like we used to do. We should go out and hold hands because lovers hold hands, but I can't tell you who's gonna last because the only answer that I have is this moment. It's all about the dress, the last dress I saw you in. It's it's all about that moment, the last moment I saw you in. It's all about trying to get back to the prior romance, to the prior love, to the prior connection in hopes that it's not lost, but it is. And I think that's what's tough is that it is because when you're trying to bring back romance that you feel is dead, it's only so many ways that that can end. I gotta be very honest with you. I used to just kind of slide by God and Wilson, and then I sat with it, and I sat with it, and I sat with it, and now this song makes me cry. It makes me sad. It touches me in a way that it didn't before. This is this is the post, the breakup. This is after things are said and done, and you are finding your own way to figure out life and your way back to it. You got a friend who keeps bothering you, but It's nice to have the company, even if he's annoying sometimes. Whatever thing you're doing to distract yourself from the situation, maybe it is a dancer. I just like the way she dances. But I can't help but to continue to think the good Lord give and the good Lord take. Or at least that's what I hear. I wonder what he thinks about all the bad things I have to say about myself in my own head. Just maybe it was all of the fucked up shit I had in my head that is the reason that he took in this moment. Maybe. Just maybe. Does this make sense to you if I just show you this? Just a moment. I can't say it's a moment of peace. It's just it's just a moment. Now for me this is somewhere new to work out those same issues. You maybe as a result of all of the things in his head, he thinks that he deserves his punishment. Maybe he truly likes being talked down to. I just don't. I just don't think that's true. And not because there's not enough conviction in his voice and he's not saying all of the right things, but because of what is to follow. Now we can talk in the comments about how there's lore attached to this and how Dijon says that this is really just a song about a rodeo clown that he interpolated and all of the emotion that came out was due to pain and exhaustion from recording the song over and over again, trying to get the right moments. But let's just say we following the story for a moment. Let's just say we're following the story, but for one moment. I don't like being stood up. You're missing out. What are you afraid of? I can't lie, I'm fed up. I, like many people, just simply don't believe that all of this song is simply from a place of imagination. But I think it goes without saying that I don't think this is just his perspective alone. It's kind of embarrassing to admit that you wished that you were enough. I don't know about you, but for me, having to sit down and really face the reality of the idea that all of the things that you've been doing, the suppression of yourself, the changing, the going back on your word, all of it is just in hopes that you'll be enough and to say that that was it. You really just wanted to be enough. That's hard. That's that's a challenge. It's not something that comes easy or natural to anyone. And I wouldn't expect it to come easy or natural to anyone. It feels frustrating to not be given the chance to show how much you can love for anyone. And then we get to the end, and maybe none of this was ever meant to be the story that I saw or felt or heard. Maybe this truly is just a collection of sad songs that touch people in a way that makes them want to create their own stories, their own narratives, their own emotional attachments. And maybe it's just honest to be sad about the fact that who you once loved has moved on. Maybe it's time that I go dance alone. Maybe I will go dance alone because I just wanted to dance. And maybe I'll meet someone and we'll dance and it'll feel like they've always known me. And maybe things will be different. And maybe, just maybe, things will be different. So I'll dance alone until I find somebody else to dance with and possibly run into someone who dances just like me, moves to the same rhythm, to the same beat, and moves in a way that feels like they have always known me. And so that concludes my ideas of what it's like to both fall through a relationship that is losing its love, but also what this Dijon album means to me, what absolutely means to me. And this narrative, this story gives more feeling to Baby for me. So maybe that's the next one I'll do. Maybe the next thing I'll talk about is Baby. How when it's aligned, that's when it's right. that's when you get the songs you get. And baby, as always, my name is Cam Hayden. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.